Intel, Vodafone, The Road to Odense, Betway, MSI, Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, Mountain Dew Lead, and ESEA.
And just like a good cup of coffee, that match delivered. Isn't that right, Chad? 16-13 in the way of FaZe, and I believe that we can begin to talk about why it is, at least on the T side, because what I'm taking is FaZe just really punishing these guys on their banana.
On their personalized banana.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like personalized. It's for everyone, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh, that section of the map. Yeah. I think a lot of those post-plant situations that FaZe were able to find themselves in, where it was the 2-on-2s, 2v3s, they played them very well. They played off of each other very well. Lots of jiggle peeking, lots of trading, just the basics showing here. And this is kind of what FaZe has to do as their strengths. And I think the same as mousesports. Both of these teams have a very similar base, right? They have moves, you know, they know their holds, they have all those kind of bits and pieces, maybe a couple of little gimmicky strats here, there, and everywhere. But it's all about how their players play off of each other. And that might sound silly when you're thinking about Counter-Strike as a game where you just point and click and shoot others in the head. But it's how you manipulate your opponents into thinking you're doing one thing while you're actually doing another, or you're setting yourself up with a likely trade situation. And both these teams are speaking English as their secondary language, right? This isn't their native language by any means, and now they're having to communicate in a high-pressure environment with it under circumstances like this. So for these guys, it's how they react over each other in the mid-rounds, and I think FaZe did a very good job of that on their T-sides. Yeah, absolutely. In fact, we can start even talking a little bit about AWPs coming out of play, because from the looks of it, it was Oscar getting the little bit best of Guardian here, 8-5 in terms of dueling. Sure. But maybe we talk a little bit about the impact that those two guys had on the map, respectively. Well, I think when we do look at a map like Inferno, it's a very difficult map to be an AWPer on the T side. The CT side, it's much easier. You can take a line, take a pick, drop back, and find a bit more. But the fact of the matter was, here, I don't think that the AWPs had, you know, a huge influence over who ended up winning the game. Actually, when I look at the FaZe side of things, I'm going to point a lot of props towards Nico, who was the highest fragger. But I think, you know, he did the most of his work, or the lion's share, within that first half. Really, those multi-kills getting them up to that decent score line, those 7 rounds on the board that we were able to see from them there on their CT side. Otherwise, it could have been a little bit dicey. When we moved over to the T side, it felt like everybody was contributing. You look at the rounds won. Maybe there was a round where Rain had 3 kills. The next round, Carrigan was able to close out with a nice 2-piece. Everybody was kind of delivering. It wasn't necessarily someone just having to carry in terms of entry fragging, not the same person clutching time after time. It was a team effort, and I think in a close game, a 16-13 affair like this one, this is kind of one of the scenarios that you do want to know. Maybe a player that was a bit of an omission, who didn't show up to his regular standard, would be of Sunny. He was the lowest rated player in the server, but, you know, we always talk about this. Sometimes the frags aren't coming your way, sometimes you have those off nights, or sometimes you're just having to retake bomb sites. So there's so many different catalysts that you can look at here, and it could even be a combination of all three. Right, and it comes down to the little things in these close matchups, right? Yeah. So 16-13 is your scoreline, but obviously there are little intricate parts of each round where in which this could have went either way. It could have really snowballed either way. One player I want to note that didn't necessarily have the highest stats would be Olaf. This guy actually came in here and was putting some good rounds on the board for FaZe, and I think that's a very good thing to see. Yeah, and he has I feel like what's happened is since his return to the roster, he has kind of taken over the impact role that Rain was having previously. Rain was being one of the best players in the world, you know, through the later stages of last year, the early stages of this year. But once we've seen Olaf come back into the roster, it seems like he's doing a lot more secondary AWPing duties. Nico likes to pick it up as well, but he's having a lot of like impact rounds, you know, those 3-piece rounds, whereas before, like I mentioned, it did feel like it was more from Rain. Positive signs from Carrigan. You know, he's not by any means, he's not like he's getting 3 kills. He's contributing just as much as anybody else, it feels like. Well, Chad, you're a B-Stream kind of dude. Let's take a look at what the B-Stream has for you. Ooh. Looking over there, this has been an interesting ride for Na'Vi. Again, they do like to keep things spicy, so it does look like they've taken 2 maps off of Heroic. They're in taking 1 off of Wendigo, and currently playing Wendigo again on a second map of Mirage, where it's 2-1 in favor of Wendigo on their CT side. Sure. Well, I guess while we look at this, while this is up, we're also heading to Mirage for our second map. You can see right there, FaZe versus mousesports. And as we get closer to that game starting, there's a couple of key things I want to point out. Both these teams love this map. This, you know, would be their favorite, I guess, if you could let them choose time and time again. So having them going toe-to-toe on this is fantastic. Maybe a couple of pressure points. You've got Carrigan over towards that B bomb site that certain teams try and exploit. He is the anchor over there. So when you look at that, teams may try and do executes early to see if they can catch him off guard without any backup, because Olaf likes to play catwalk. Their A bomb site is phenomenal. Rain and Nico over there, they're shutting that down. So the mid avenue and pressure on B is something that mousesports may look to do and set the tone with early, really condition that of FaZe. Then here becomes the situation. It can be a similar side of things for this of FaZe hitting the B-bomb side because Stiko's over there. But him in terms of fragging power, I think that he's definitely got it in him, and he plays that anchor role very well. Not necessarily too aggressive. Karrigan does like to push a little bit more than that of Stiko if we're comparing the two play styles. And then I think maybe Rops over towards the A-bomb site can be exploited. Does like to pick up the AWP from time to time.
And just like Freddy Krueger in the Nightmares, Nico is right there to pick that one up, clean up any loose ends that the FaZe Clan could have. In fact, the loose ends are going to get tied up now. We're going into the second map here, Mirage, FaZe Clan versus the mousesports, and it's going to be the commentary duo known as Hugo and Harry delivering the action.
Yes, indeed, Trace. Everyone's favorite CS mother and father desk there. We're here.
I'm definitely
like,
the man.
Pardon?
I'm definitely the man.
I wasn't on about us.
Oh, they
I was on about Trace and Chad.
Oh.
Me and you would not ever fit that role.
No, I would never marry you.
Well, there we go. We've gone ahead and reached this. Let's take a look at the buy. You know, we're looking into getting a prenup. That's what I was thinking. Let's see anyway. FaZe.
Wow.
Oh, those odds are the other way around. But from the logos on the screen. But yeah, it's going to be FaZe, the favourites to win this one over mousesports, surprisingly.
Yeah. I mean, after Nico in the previous map, yeah, I don't blame them. It's just, will he keep it up, right? If he doesn't, FaZe might not have an easier job. mousesports very good at this map. At one point, the best team in the world. If you look at kind of end of last year, start of this year, for the first few months, they were definitely the best team on Mirage. There's no doubt about that. Falling off a little bit. That being said, with the new addition of Stiko back into this roster, the resident B-site player, Harry, maybe mousesports can find some success. For now, though, very passive early setup for FaZe. They've just established a default. Waiting to see if mousesports get aggressive. And they do have the triple B setup as well. Bit of a retake play on A. Well, there's one man committed. Everyone else is fallen out. And FaZe are going to go retrieve that bomb and spawn. Maybe set up for the A smokes after all.
Yeah, they're over here at A. Ready to push on in are the FaZe boys. They also have a man down in lower tunnels. Now, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't actually see who that is, but I think it's Olaf Meister.
Yeah.
There we go. Nailed that. Thank you very much to our wonderful Observer team as well for giving me the gift of vision. As now Guardian pushes on in. It's going to be damage done onto Rops down in CT. Chris J desperately trying to step up, but actually he's somehow good for two. Very much overstaying his welcome. And Nico and Rain hauling FaZe back into this round. There's a few seconds left. Oscar trying to deny this bomb plot. Swings on in and does pluck off Nico. Now it is just Rain and Olaf left alive, but Olaf's position still unknown. Still that X factor in this round for FaZe. Now he's got to come up trumps. He had a pretty weak performance over on Inferno. Has to turn it around here. The bomb isn't planted for him, and they're on it. Olaf has to push on in. He has to try and deny this bomb plant now, and it doesn't happen. Or defuse rather, but yeah, it doesn't happen. mousesports going to be finding the pistol here in that retake. And these are some fantastic shots from Chris J to stay alive, find that second just before he goes down. Keeps things in the advantage of mousesports in that round.
With the bomb plant from FaZe, a single eco before they fully buy up in that upcoming round. Very rare to see forces in the second round. I'm imagining will be the case after you get bomb plants, because that extra $800 doesn't really make too much of a difference. Most of the time, you still can't get a rifle in that second round unless one player went crazy in the previous. This round is just a nice cleanup. Sunny gets a 2-for-1, and Nico will trade, but he is going to be the last man standing here for the T side, and I think he'll be falling very, very shortly. Chris with the AUG finishes him off, and that's it. mousesports, nice clean 2-0. FaZe coming in with the rifles here, Harry. But they actually have money for the AWP, interestingly enough. I wonder if Olaf will drop that over. You can see the delay in buying, but no, they won't. They'll probably just want to steal mousesports' away first.
Yes, indeed. And, well, early on, going to be rifles, as you say. All out for FaZe. Rain, down through short. He's already applying the... Ooh, never mind. Going to get wrecked by Chris J with the AUG. So, big fan of that pickup here, Chris J. He's a big man of, you know, changing the meta. He's been, you know, really throwing himself into this change.
Yeah, I love it.
It was him who adopted the MP7. He would also buy the SG every now and again, the AUG sometimes anyway.
I mean, he made a real name for himself by playing the Scout, Harry. Not exactly the most meta.
I always say that with Chris J, it's like Valve look at him as an individual and are like, yeah, let's change it to make it a bit easier for him. You know, you look at any gun that Chris J's ever used, the Scout, received that change. They admittedly made it a bit worse, but the MP7, he started using that, then they brought the price down.
I mean, they did have to nerf him, to be fair, on that Scout.
They did, in the same way that they nerfed the whole scene when they made those AWP changes. But those were a very long time ago now. Olaf going to go ahead and continue to put up some numbers here in this game. Carrigan up in the apartments, edging on forward now and trying to find the opener, trying to be the man to make a difference for FaZe. Now he has to get past Stiko, who's holding close, and Stiko does more than hold close. He holds his own as he bests Carrigan in that fight. Now it's Olaf and Nico left alive, and no one, I repeat, no one can get past Stiko inside of this B-bomb site. It's just Olaf in a 1v3, and he was the weak performer for FaZe in that previous map. Now he's going to go bigger than ever before. Maybe not ever before, but bigger than we've seen him go tonight in this 1v3.
Yeah, not going to work. Stiko, again, holding on to that B-bomb site there with 3 kills. FaZe, they even mollied off Sunny to stop him from rotating back in through that market, but no problem from Stiko to cut down everyone from FaZe. Now we have the match paused. I imagine FaZe want to work out how to spread the wealth or lack of.
Other than cost and appearance, is there any difference between an Incendiary and a Molotov? I don't think
No, I did some research on this coming into this week, actually, because I was thinking,
oh, really?
You know, are there? So it used to be the case that the Molotov did more damage to health, whereas the Incendiary did more damage to armor. And that was quite an interesting one, meaning without a doubt the Molotov's better, right? Because the armor damage doesn't matter. But now that, I mean, that got changed like a year or two ago in a little update. So that's not the case. They do the same amount of damage, the same amount of armor damage. The most damage you can get from a Molotov if you run through it fully bloomed is like 65 damage-ish. But it varies, obviously, because Molotov spread varies. But yeah, I learned a lot about Molotov. So, you know, you got any more questions, hit me up. I can throw you some Molotov and Incendiary
Hugo is the Molly man.
Well,
maybe not the best nickname. Maybe,
I'm not sure if
maybe we won't call you that one.
Yeah.
But Rob's from within CT. He's looking to try and deal damage as opposed to anything else, and he does actually pick off Rain from atop of that boost. Now the bomb looking to go down, and Olaf with this Tech 9, he's embracing some changes. Chris J in the meantime with the AUG in hand, peeking on in. Oscar, he's done a good job to get here. Now he's trying to uncover where the rest of the boys are at. Actually only good for one before Carrigan gets that trade. 3v3 with the bomb planted for Connector. This is a great spot for FaZe.
Yeah, they actually mollied that player out of position. But Carrigan, he's going to catch Stiko moving in through the connector. FaZe starting to hold on to this post part, but Chris J, he doesn't want to give them the opportunity. Expecting this man up in the palace, but the crossfire from FaZe has been established, and that bomb needs to be stuck right now. But Nico sticks a bullet in the head of Rops and make that 2, in fact. Nice round from Nico on the Deagle. Olaf Meister goes down to the bomb, but FaZe get their first round, Harry, and that was an eco round after all. Bit of armor, but still an eco round for FaZe. And fantastic shots from Nico. Just doing the dirty on that A-bomb site. And look at the break. mousesports' cash is going to be kicked in the teeth. They'll be able to buy up once more, but this could be FaZe putting them to pistols with their rifles. Because look at the buy from mousesports. 2 SMGs, 2 AWPs. It's all about rhymes here on the Pro League. Got that early cat smoke, early connector smoke, double smoke, in fact, to hide, to cover off the upper AWP position that players usually peek onto the connector through. Oscar watching for the self boost, and he's ready for that. Rain's going to walk to his death. Nice nade in response from FaZe, but hey, I'm sure Oscar's pretty happy with that free kill.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves a little something for free.
Well, diseases. Not everything is good free, Harry.
I mean, a disease you have to pay for is arguably even worse, right? So,
unless you're doing some like scientific testing and getting paid.
Yeah, but getting that's not the same.
What disease would you get paid to have, Harry? You know, like if they were doing testing.
The least bad, I guess. Like just whatever the option is there. Like
here, you have the common flu.
Exact. I mean, they can be pretty horrid too.
Yeah, true.
Here's Chris J, and let me tell you, he's going to go ahead and strike down Guardian. Nico. Quick to dispatch of Chris J, and now Oscar trying to chime in with another kill. Will be tagged down low. Molotov almost doing the damage to finish him off, but Oscar able to elude Olaf Meister for the time being. Sunny, the last line of defense over here, towards this A bomb site, sits pretty in CT. The bomb does go down. He peeks on in a little bit late, finds damage onto Carrigan, and the nade might be there to finish him off. Ooh, not quite. Stiko dropping Olaf. Now it's Carrigan and Nico. Once again, these two players left up. Two players that have tried to lead this FaZe clan roster. Left in a 2-on-3.
Yeah, they're so low as well, but this time is great for Nico. He's wrapped all the way back around middle. That bomb part's still open. Sunny's killed Carrigan on the ramp, but he can stop the bomb defuse right here, and that's going to win the round. There's surely no way they can get back on this defuse. Both players low HP. Stiko taps it to bait Nico in, but he's not falling for this trick. It's going to be the round going the way of FaZe clan. And I think a reason why Nico knew that Stiko didn't stick the bomb there is because he heard those footsteps of of Oscar running away. And as a result, knew that, okay, there's no way Stiko's sticking the bomb if his teammate's on the retreat. So good information there for Nico. Enables him to actually save his own gun and save the round for FaZe in the 1v3.
This is interesting. Gonna have that second AWP out, so they've stuck a little bit into this round over on the side of mousesports to try and get something done. Smokes and flashes ready in from FaZe. This looks to be a set piece into this A bomb site. Chris J is here, and we've seen Chris J work magic on Mirage on this A bomb site whenever mousesports need him to, and they've boosted him up over the top. Just gonna miss the timing, and oh no, maybe Sunny a little bit slippery as he slides off of his head. It's going to be the round going the way of FaZe, most likely, unless we see these flanks materialize into something. There's no kits on the side of mousesports, and even then, Stiko, while he is on this wraparound, Nico's watching it. The Bosnian prince up in Palace shuts down Stiko, and with it, really, mousesports' hope of winning this round.
Ooh. Oh, nice trade, though. Sunny's going to get in and save Oscar's life. Problem is, the time's still gone. As you say, Harry, this round is FaZe's. But they're not going to save all their guns, unless Olaf gets the hell away right now. Knife is out, run is going, but he will be able to elude the bomb. 3-3 now. FaZe continuing this streak. But mousesports, they went into that round without much, and they came out with a fair bit. So, still a successful round for them in terms of actually holding on to guns. They'll be able to buy up around those as well. FaZe already off to a strong start on the T side, and here's mousesports' opportunity to curb that before it gets out of control here. Guardians on the AWP back into that fast mid pick for FaZe, but no one going to be spotted for now. He just watches for the close position. mousesports giving up mid in this round. Oscar's obviously been smoked off, so there's really not much he can do, but it's the same story for Cat as well. You've even got that's Sunny in the window. You've even got Oscar playing passive up on short. He's going to fall back to the B bomb site. Chris J keeps his eyes on the connector. He's got to be very wary of that Palace position, as he could be exposed to it from that spot. His teammate Rops is only really covering one position at a time, flicking back between the Palace and the ramp. This is very timing based right now for FaZe. They've got a lot of map control. They've got that connector, but with only one smoke already and a minute left on the clock. Where will that go? That bomb's begun to wrap in through the T-spawn, so they want to split this connector back towards the A bomb site, but they've still got to worry about the fact that mousesports are pushed deep into the apartments. Stiko's got a lot of information. That should allow for Oscar to rotate off the back of that, and Chris J only confirms the allegations that FaZe are pushing this A bomb site.
Yeah, Rain barreling in. Flashes now pull through, but Rops holding his own, doing a great job of stopping this offense, and now relies heavily on Chris J from CT to try and help him out. And while only 30 seconds after bomb dropped up on Tetris for Nico, the game is very much just beginning. And Sunny, finally able to grab that bomb up top of the stairs, looking to try and shut him down, and indeed he will. So mousesports going to be taking back a fourth round. On the back of it, money for FaZe once again, not looking great.
Yeah, and Guardian 0 and 6, Harry, he's yet to have any impact into this game, considering the amount of times we've seen him hit him on the AWP as well is not looking too good. I like the setup from mousesports as well. If you go for the heavy mid split on the T side in this map and put the majority of your players through the connector, that aggressive ramp position from Rops is so valuable. FaZe mainly focused on dealing with players in the CT spawn or up in this ticket booth, and that's exactly where Rob sits this round as FaZe flutter out of the apartments into that A bomb site. Sunny finds 2. Now FaZe really spreading up, splitting, trying to avoid this utility damage as the retake is on. mousesports are going to have so many nades ready for this one because, again, they are so early on into the round, and just like that, it's pretty much done. mousesports going to get that clean retake. 3 kills from Sunny as well. Defends the jungle push. 5 rounds to mousesports on the CT side. FaZe, they've still got the cash out. They still got the buy. They got that bomb plant. Not a problem for now. If Guardian wants Yorp again, he can be dropped that over. But he's now 0-7, and that needs to change.
Well, quick pause called on in. Also, Hugo, I know you were curious. It just got made official. Imperial released Nuki and Pound and add Pronax and Otto.
I wonder how much prac they've done with those players, because it seems it's just random pickups, right? In the sense of like those are 2 players who are very surprising to see. Otto has actually been one of the top players outside of like a top 30 team. I saw a tweet recently from Peter from HLTV. I'm pretty sure Otto was definitely up there. So yeah, I like the Otto pickup. I think that's a good pickup. Maybe someone who can impress us. But Pronax, I wonder what he brings to the team. Either way, we'll leave that for now because we're back into a rifle round between these 2. Chris J trying to smoke off that molly and peek ahead of it. He spots a man at the top of middle, but he won't stick around for too much longer. Careful, because that underpass push is being called in from FaZe. They have a couple of flanking Ts. Olaf and Rain. This connector has again been a position that FaZe have remained pretty dominant over for the majority of this half so far. This once again should be under their control, but that drop will be heard by Sunny. Bit of a nade down. That's a nice nade, but they've just repositioned. Oscar in the meantime going to kill a Karrigan as mousesports have once again pushed this apartment up on B. FaZe have not gone for any B plays for 5 rounds or so, so the fact of that is even more tempting for mousesports to get aggressive. Sunny's repositioned. The right side of the window, and all this time. Smoke fade. Sunny's going to walk into it. What a lucky spray from Olaf. Great work. Puts it back in the 4-on-4 and opens this round up for FaZe Clan.
Yeah, Olaf channeling his ex-teammate's energy, some flusher energy there, as he spams down Sunny through the smoke. Gonna be a 4-on-4. Guardian, though, caught off guard by the ever-aggressive Chris J. Nico does at least catch him as he attempts to fall back into the bomb site, but blink of an eye, it's Nico and Olaf left up, and they have to first get past Rops. The bomb's down on ramp. There's no time for Olaf to get back into this round. And he's completely surrounded at that, so as he desperately fights to try and hold on to this solitary rifle for FaZe, it's going to be a 6th round on the board for mousesports, Hugo.
Yeah, at least Olaf saves his gun. There's one small consolation, but that's really not a great round for FaZe, and the money isn't going to be great as a result, Harry. We do have pretty hefty loss bonus now built up. That's the 3rd coming in to 2,400. That's why we can have FaZe putting a little bit into this round. If they get a bomb plant, they should be all fine for next. If not, then Olaf will be slightly lacking, but he'll still be able to just buy up. 1 kill would even make the difference here for Olaf, so he's going to charge out a ramp, look for an early frag. mousesports actually only have Rops here, so it's a big opening for Olaf, but he won't take it. Nico will instead just digging Chris J out of that jungle room. Position back in the connector. Nico shooting through his teammate Sunny. Trying to find the angle. That nade could be good, but it's a little bit too late. Actually, it goes in, does tag down Nico. Rain's going to be hung out to dry, and Sunny, he's doing the washing here on the A-bomb site. He is just attaching people to the top of his balcony and hanging them off. 7-3 for mousesports.
It took me a while to catch up to that metaphor, but I got it, and I appreciate it, you know. At first when you said washing, I thought you meant like dishes, and I was like, okay.
No, clothes.
I was waiting for that like metaphorical journey to take place.
I've never hung any of my dishes out my window, Harry.
Yeah, no, that was when I realised you meant clothes.
I'm glad you understood.
I mean, nature is just like the dryer
the
of the
ultimate
world.
drying machine.
Yeah.
Well, not if you go to somewhere wet, right?
Yeah, but not everywhere is wet constantly, apart from the ocean. And if you're drying, you know, can you dry clothes in the ocean? That's my first question.
That's a great question. I don't think so.
Me either. It just doesn't add up. That's why you never see fish wearing t-shirts, do you?
They just can't get it out of the laundromat, Harry. Just get soaked instantly. Oh, FaZe, look at this. They're going for a bit of a speedy B play.
Yeah, they're going to go charging on in, and now Stiko has to try and make a stand. He's going to try and hold his own, and he's good for one. Oh, and a second. Might do more than hold his own. He might hold this whole round up for mousesports. Olaf able to go and get the trade. The bomb now looks to go down, and FaZe going to find themselves. Oh, another 3v3, because Sunny's come through. Robs finds one of his own, and suddenly this round's all said and done, Hugo. This was 0 to 100 in a matter of seconds, and then right from 100 to 0 in an even shorter time than that. Like a real train wreck of a round. But 8 to 3 in favor of mousesports now.
That's the mousesports muscle work we like to see, Harry. They've been on the beach, they've been lifting, and they're just running into the bomb site and not giving FaZe plants. So that's going to really cripple their cash when it comes to this buy round. Rain and Nico with no utility, Olaf with only a couple of bits and pieces. FaZe, I'm not sure what that smoke is. I think that's a failed smoke, looks like.
Yeah, you can't imagine.
Well,
that was the grand.
are just pulling out the ultimate strategy. Smoke Palace, guys. They'll never push.
Well, one missed smoke. I was going to say, is it going to be that bad? But you look at it, right? 3 smokes. That's the ideal amount to have if you want to take A. You can do it with 2. Because you can smoke off the cross still, 1 for stairs, 1 for the cross, leave CT open. The issue is, you're leaving CT open, you've got Robs, and you've got Oscar here, the AWP, just going to be allowed to pick off these players from range. That said, it's missed 2 opportunities now. Nico is going to fall to Sunny. It's the man advantage game for mousesports, but the AWP and CT proves to be a no factor here. Sunny looking like he might try and barrel through, and indeed he does. Only good for 1 though. Olaf very quick to get that trade. And now wraparound coming on in from Carrigan. Chris J pushing on through, does spot Rain. Double AWPs in the retake, far from ideal, but it all falls onto Carrigan with a Galil and Abe red deck well. Chris J gonna shut him down, and that's mousesports once again triumphant as ever when it comes to locking down these bomb sites. Up 9 to 3, Hugo.
Harry, Chris J is bailing out mousesports in that round like the observers are bailing you out when you don't know who's wrapping round mid. 9 to 3 here, FaZe Clan.
Also, you know, I just want to say, mate.
What do you want to say?
I just don't have my glasses. Yeah, big shout out to the observation team. Doing a great job of making up for my mistakes.
Where are your glasses?
I don't know.
I don't think I've ever seen you wear them while we're casting. You're usually on top form, unlike FaZe right now. 3 rounds, Harry, on this T side. This has been a very slow starting game for FaZe. Unlike from Chris J here, finding kills on the retake, catching this wrap round from Carrigan. Very ready for this one. Again, Mouse had 4 players alive, so FaZe coming in for the retake there in a 1v4 with Carrigan. Even in that mid-wrap, if it was earlier, maybe he could have disrupted it while mousesports were finding kills, but when you have 4 alive, you have more than enough CTs to watch every position while also sticking that defuse. Harry's found his glasses. He's back in with some little
vision
icons. And look at Carrigan. Look at this speed from FaZe. They are going so fast into this A bomb site. They're doing the same again, but speedier than ever. Robs is going to shut it down. Chris J is here as well. And Robs, well, he will get overwhelmed. The AWP still sits strong in the CT spawn. He's going to dive on in. No, we've seen Chris J in this position before, Harry. Anything can happen, and that includes Olaf Meister taking him down.
Oh, but Sunny, I've found my glasses. He's found his X-ray specs as he takes one down in through the smoke. Man advantage up in favor of mousesports once again, and suddenly it's Guardian and Nico left up to try and keep FaZe in this round. Guardian yet to post a single frag in this game. We need to see that stop. We need to see the Guardian of old smiting down these players in the server. The bomb currently dropped. FaZe know they have to pick it up. mousesports just as aware of that fact. Oscar not even rotated off yet, but that bomb being down now onto the back of Guardian. Can look to tap onto it. Doesn't quite bait the peek in from Stiko. Taps it again. Second time around, doesn't seem any more interested. So it's a 2v3 now with bomb planted. Oscar still a very long way away. So this gives FaZe Clan a little bit of time to get into these post plants now. Try and set up these crossfires. The bomb is planted. Any spot you can watch that from is Palace or CT. So right now, Nico being over towards ramp could be more of a could be more of a curse than a blessing. And Sunny able to continue this good form. Guardian left in a 1v3, yet to post a kill, and sadly it doesn't change in this round. mousesports going to be picking up a 10th here as they hold strong in the retake once again.
And that was a great job of mousesports holding on to their utility, right? They have 3 smokes, an incendiary, and an HE grenade coming in for that retake. There is no way FaZe are winning that if mousesports play their cards right. And as we see, you know, nades going into the back of the site, smoke to cut off Palace, just more and more angles that FaZe cannot cover, and mousesports don't need to worry about. Guardian 0 and 12, that's never a good sign.
Reigns 1 and 13,
Yeah.
right? So, you know,
3 kills on Carrigan. I mean, the only performers are Nico and Olaf. And Nico continuing his fantastic work from that previous game. He's second top of the server, Harry, despite being 10-3 down.
Yeah, so here's something mental as well, is like, you know, Nico having almost 4 times as many kills as the bottom 3 on the team added together right now.
That's insane.
I mean, even if you actually add Olaf into the equation, he's still got the same amount of kills as the entire team put together. And now he's got more. Nico finding the opener here for FaZe. He's been the only man alongside Olaf doing anything, and Carrigan gonna get finished off, but Guardian, welcome to the board. And now that he's got a taste for blood, maybe like some sort of bloodhound, we're gonna see him spring to life. He remembers what it means to frag. Chris J in from CT. Ooh, gonna regret it. He's so damn good at getting around these boxes in CT and just toying with FaZe, but he's gotten out of there for the time being. Very slippery to try and deal with. Oscar, meanwhile, flanking in through ramp. Guardian turns his attention this way. He's broken that vow of silence. He's now looking to try and continue to find success, but instead he's going to get shut down by Oscar. Now it's Nico and Rain. 16 kills between them.
Nico?
Oh,
Nico?
4x3, and Oscar gonna find it now. Rain in the 1v1. Hasn't put up much of a performance, but he's gonna make the 1v3 happen. As he gets the hat-trick, finds that 4th round for FaZe. And maybe now we get to see FaZe make their way back into this game a bit more.
I love that CT boost from mousesports. We've seen it twice so far, dropping that bomb. It's actually inside of the smoke. To the left side of those, well, I guess if you're looking at CT from A, it's on the right, but it's on the left from the CT approach, and Rops goes over the top. He's able to stop that very open bomb plant here in this position. We just see it, Guardian trades it back, but yeah, this is a new boost coming out from mousesports that I've actually not seen yet, so really nice stuff. Always keeping some ingenuity into this game. I
do love that, you know, like, CS is so old now, and we still see new things crop up. It's always so fun. And I wonder, how the hell do people find this stuff?
I mean,
it's like,
that's a very seemingly obvious boost,
but like,
no one's done that
like,
before.
I mean, like, you know, other boosts that we've seen. For example, that Na'Vi 4-man stack that they love doing on Overpass.
Yeah, that's pretty old.
But that's one where it's like, how do people even find that it exists? I mean, the real big question is like people who find these like ridiculous Easter eggs that get put in games where it's like,
oh yeah, like especially
I've dialed this phone number from this exact location around the globe.
Do 3 bunny hops and then backflip, and like, there you go.
Yeah, it's wild.
Nothing happens.
It's like then if you translate this into Latin and then into Morse code, what we've done is we found a voice file with, when played backwards at 20% speed, tells me that I
have wasted my time.
Yeah. Oh. Still 10-4 right now is the scoreline between these two teams. Almost exactly the same as what we saw in Inferno.
Yeah.
We could bring up the old scoreboard. Guess we could talk about some of that stuff. All the observers, keen as ever. Helping us out, Hugo. Sunny, top of the board for mousesports. He's looked fantastic. Oscar and Chris J pulling their weight. Then you look over at FaZe, it's still pretty dismal. Nico and Olaf up there, top of the board. They're playing absolutely lights out.
On. No, 5-on-5 is enough. 5-on-6, now that's just unfair. Mousesports are already winning. Get out of there, LMBT.
We've mentioned, you know, how there's always new and exciting things. Mousesports, they've called in the extra man, the 6th
man. It's like
Overwatch
League right now, Harry. It's a 6v5 or 6v6 maybe. Maybe FaZe will throw Robin in.
Don't be silly. We're not like Overwatch League. This is fun.
We're allowed to. Yeah, no, I'm just not even going to bother digging this hole. Either way, we're having a round reset right now. Not going back around. It'll still be 10-4, but just restarting the server, or not the server, but at least the round. basically what I said the first time. We're getting right back into things, Harry. So
Hugo, you seem like a Doomfist main.
I am a Doomfist main.
Oh, it actually offends me that I got that.
You know that. You play.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I like a bit of Overwatch every now and then. Not quite CS, but you know, it's all about variety, Harry. And mousesports, they're bringing in a lot of variety. 2 AWPs into this one. Variety's more on FaZe. They've got a Mac 10 in this round. Money really coming back to haunt them. Oscar shutting down middle. And look at Chris J. I mean, this guy's just got the balls of steel. And he is going right in for more. Nico even going to be plucked out of thin air as well on mousesports. They've just run wild over this round. It's just the AWP is paradise. Olaf, he will trade with the Mac 10, but he's got a huge task ahead of him if he wants to make this round work.
Guardian about to face off versus the man up here in apartments at Stico there. Oh, Guardian's going to win it, but the bomb's on the back of Olaf, and Oscar's already here. He's isolated, and now it falls to Guardian, a man who, up until this previous round, didn't have a single kill in the game, now in a 1v3. AWP in hand, and we need to see Guardian channel his inner Guardian now. As he hops down into this B-bomb site, takes the fight onto Sunny, and Sunny's going to win it. So mousesports up 11-4 at the end of this first half. A fantastic showing from them as we approach the second half now. We need to see FaZe pick things up. It almost feels too obvious to say that, you know. Nico and Olaf, they look fantastic. We just need to see the usual three, you know, now make their way up that leaderboard a bit more. We need to see more from the likes of Rain, from the likes of Guardian, or else there's no way back into this for this FaZe roster. Because moving into your CT side, you're going to be able to rely on getting carried even more. Yeah.
And I mean, at least FaZe have the knowledge,
even
okay,
less,
we have this first map under our hand, right? We've taken one at least. But they, as we've already talked about a lot today, they really need every game they can get, Harry. They're just in the running for top spot at the moment, or at least for the final spot at the moment. But mousesports just nipping at their heels with plenty more games to play that FaZe don't have the luxury of. So mousesports, they should be knocking FaZe, regardless of this game. If mousesports continue on the trajectory that they've been playing at, they should be knocking FaZe out of that top 7 spot potentially, or at least getting themselves into it. I mean, mousesports have had a history of making that top 1 spot in the online season multiple times, so to see them there before, I wouldn't be surprised to see them back in the finals once again. But 11-4, FaZe, what do they got here? We got the nade kit on Karrigan. We got Nico, who forgot to buy. He's running back to spawn. There we go. Second time lucky, Nico. Now he can go towards a B site, but if anything, it's the wrong call to make, Harry. It's an A play for mousesports.
Yeah, all these smokes rain on in. Yet to find anything, but now this smoke flash on the back of it. Rain, normally so proficient in these pistol rounds, going to miss the opening volley, and the flashes keep on raining in towards CT. Rain backed into a corner, left to fight for his life, but he's going to win the fight. Nico's here to help out, and Chris J decided that maybe he doesn't want to be here now. Does get popped off by Guardian, now leaving Rops and Stico up. 2 on 5 here for mousesports will be required, and surely they don't manage to get this done. Nico picking them apart, and Guardian going to chime in with the last kill of the round. FaZe, that's the exact start they needed here on their CT side if they want to have any hope of pulling this one back.
It's the start of something for FaZe Clan, but they've got a long way to go, Harry. Bomb plant for mousesports. I mean, they could even force at this. They have such a lead, but again, I would just say eco. You get such a good bar on that third round, there's just no need. Sunny gets the Deagle, of course. He loves a good old D. Everyone else blocking it up, though, and this should be a nice clean round for FaZe Clan to build up some confidence going into the second half. Much needed confidence, Harry, because again, as you said, without Nico and Olaf, this game will definitely be over. It's just those 2 players stepping up. Sunny backing off of that early mid play. The rest of his team looking to burst EA bomb site. Only Rain here. You can sometimes see these bomb plants come through out of sheer luck if Rain misses some shots and mousesports overwhelm him, potentially, because there's no one else committed to the site. FaZe are very far away, and they have not a single nade left up on the CT side, but Rain needs to die in order for that plant to come through. If you have to take him down, and now mousesports getting ready to burst through, but Rain, he's set up perfectly for this.
Yeah, if mousesports had gone just straight away, there would have been a very good chance of this bomb plant coming in. It's Nico, in my opinion, here, who's going to make the biggest difference now. And actually, he's just going to start to rotate away. mousesports, once again, would have found another lucky timing had they gone in this exact moment. Sadly, they've let it pass. Guardian gonna post himself up under scaffolding. This is good. This is how FaZe disallow the bomb plant. Don't go any further, Guardian. He's just gonna sit here. Now he finds them. The players are go walking on in, and yeah, Nico and Rain, they get the rest of the job done. FaZe keep it pretty clean at that. You know, digging themselves out of the hole that could have been the bomb going down there. Will be a sick throw on the board for FaZe. By no means out of this game just yet. The buy coming in from mousesports. This is where we're really going to get to see this FaZe clan CT side tested. This is where we get an indication of, you know, can FaZe bring this back, this map back.
Chris J's pulling in the Kree carry. We've got that straight into this one. We've seen him on the Org already this match. And he's coming back in on the T side as well, so a couple of scopes for the mousesports side. Guardian on his.
See, it's 2,750 now, right?
Yeah.
I hate that it's 50.
I hate the idea of having less than $100. Yeah, like $50 like decoys. I almost hate it as much as people who buy decoys on pistol rounds for no reason. No, stop doing that. Bad idea. Wasting money.
I mean, I always do.
Yeah.
They're fun to throw at people and then break their armor in matchmaking, but that's not. Don't do that either.
11-6 here for mousesports, and with a minute on the clock, they are looking to take control of the connector. Nico's got a nice delaying smoke. He's going to throw that down before spotting anyone, but he's also going to move in to try and catch a kill of a player moving up the catwalk. He's got no support on short. Olof's too passive, but he will be moving in to help out. That smoke behind Nico gives him two options. Does he stick in his position or run on back? He's going to stick. Sunny spraying in through him. Nico may come to regret that decision because he's down to 13 points of health. Sunny doesn't fire that final killing blow. mousesports in the meantime group up for that B play. Olof here, Karrigan as well. The Molotov's down for FaZe. This gives them time to rotate. They're going to be ready for this one. Another Molotov at 30 seconds. mousesports are going to get cut out of this round unless they smoke that off, but they don't have the utility to do so. Nico's found revenge with that frag onto Sunny, and now mousesports desperately run into B, but FaZe, they've worked it out. The third rotation is here from Guardian, and mousesports aren't even out of the apartments yet.
Yeah, 14 seconds. This round's over already. mousesports just going to save with 4. Give it a go in the next round. Not quite 10 players staying alive, Hugo, so you still don't get to drop the name.
I don't
that
have
you've
a name,
come up
I forgot
with.
it.
Oh.
I totally forgot it. Or it wasn't funny and I pushed it out of my brain.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So don't ask me.
Classic, you know, went home, thought about it loads.
I didn't even go home, I just thought about it during a game.
Just like belittled yourself into believing like, no, this wouldn't work.
You have me down to a T.
Well. 7-11, Hugo. Orp out for Guardian, and aggression early on in towards mid. mousesports in a curious spot because they keep 4 players live. They kept everything forward. It's going to be utility that we see them limited in. So they likely just going to have to play something a little bit faster. That's why Chris J's here, and he's going to get spotted there by Karrigan. But he's looking good. Does pick up that first kill. Olaf able to trade from short, but instantly Rops is there, and that's this B bomb site open for business and overrun. They got a bit of a mouse infestation inside of B. Rops is here, and he's holding down the fort. The bomb now looking to follow up as well. Guardian and Nico, first responders on the scene, looking to try and exterminate these players. But nothing happening as of yet.
This position for Rops is so valuable, but Nico's just jumped out from behind him, and he's got to turn around and get that kill. Flashes through, Rops avoids it. Nico should be dead here, and Rops is going to find that frag, looking back towards the market for a little bit more. Guardian walks into the AWP of Oscar. It's only Rain who's wrapped all the way around market from that A bomb site, but he's cut out of this round, Harry. It's mousesports finding a big old T-side round, their first on this half. What's FaZe's money situation? They will be able to buy regardless of whether Rain survives or not, but only a couple away from mousesports pushing FaZe to pistols. Rain. Oh, surprises, Robs. Hello. He might go for a little bit more as well. That AWP has dropped over. Rain's doing it all on his own. Oh my god, Rain. The knife is out. Oscar takes him down. That is so good for Rain. It may not look like anything, but he's taken essentially 5 kills. And what that's done is means mousesports have to rebuy every weapon. They barely have enough. Stico can't even get an AK. Sunny, similar story. mousesports are on the edge of a reset here, and they're going to call out a pause. Yeah, good time for one, guys, because FaZe, they could get the reset right here.
Oh yeah, they could indeed. They could get the reset. And Hugo, there's no worse feeling to digging deep, winning a couple of rounds, and then getting reset.
Yeah. That sucks. That really does suck, Harry. Got any other thoughts on that matter?
Yeah, what's your favorite logo for a team in Pro League?
Let me look at them all so I don't forget anyone. Ex-Space Soldiers.
What is it really?
I like Navi. I don't know. Nice and basic.
There we go.
I'm not
Hugo's
really that
amateur
bothered.
class.
Yeah, I don't really care, to be honest. I care about the team more than the logo.
Okay, that's fair. That's okay, right. So listen up. It's a technical pause. We're going to level with you guys, you know. We've expanded. No, I'm just kidding. Right, so we're going to go ahead. Hugo, what do we need to see happen for FaZe here? You know, what's the turning point? Just those bottom 3 players continue to step on up? Or?
They win this round, Harry, and they are full on back in this game. That's all FaZe need right now. 1 round, and mousesports are going to get absolutely domed when it comes to cash. FaZe hit 8, mousesports have to double eco, FaZe are instantly up to 10, and boom, 10-12, reasonable CT side. Guardian starts hitting shots with the AWP and locking down Oscar and Chris J, who have been so annoying. And there we go, FaZe back in the game. That's all we need.
That is all we need. And that would be just like what we saw happen over on Inferno, if you would recall.
Yeah, well, that was mainly Nico more than anything, right? He got 30 kills.
And who's the man top of the board right now?
Well, who's the man at the top of the ping right now? It is Nico. That's probably why we're chilling.
Yeah, that's never good. You need him. You need Nico.
Low ping is the best.
Get frags all the time. Nico, just waiting for that to sort itself out. He's doing everything he can.
I want to know.
He's on the line to his ISP.
Can we get verification if that scoreboard is completely accurate? Because Carrigan has 3 kills.
Yeah, no. I mean, it definitely feels like it is. Like, he had
17 deaths makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, he only had 3 up until, you know, when we did the big breakdown, we saw Carrigan on 3 kills, Rain had like 1, Guardian had 0, and Carrigan just hasn't found anyone since then, sadly.
Oh my god, Nico. Oh,
there we go. It's down a bit.
Yeah,
that'll do, boys. Unpause back in the game.
That is really a ball ache, especially when it's your best player, right? Like, you need Nico to have good ping right now. You can't play with 70 ping on this kind of level. It's slowly dropping, Harry. It's actually a timer.
Yeah, we are just 50
thing.
seconds away from getting back into this game if we follow this second by second.
No. Sticking on 69, Harry.
That's a fun number as well. So 5 rounds between these 2 teams. Yeah. The lowest hanging of the fruit tastes the best. Is what you'll find. It's probably the most ripe, or the least ripe. Actually, it's definitely the least ripe. You got to go high to get the good fruit, I think. I don't know a lot about fruit or farming. Hugo, you were a farmer in a past life.
Probably.
Give us, how was that?
It was a past life. I don't remember it.
Okay, but you've been telling me you've been meditating a little bit more.
Yeah.
How's that been? Has that helped you frag in CS? Is this something you'd recommend to any budding CS players out there?
Man, Nico, he must have been meditating. He's
doing it right now.
Yeah.
He's quickly throttled his own internet connection so he can take a quick time out.
Have a bit of a break from the world. Cool off.
Ooh, did you just get that information?
No,
Nico is a very prepared individual. He's got 2 internet connections. He's swapping onto the second right now.
He's got 2 internets.
Yeah, he has 2 whole internets.
Internet 2.
I barely even have 1.
Just when internet wasn't good enough, Harry. He's back in with internet 2.
Internet 2, electric boogaloo, and yes, indeed.
That joke will never die.
No, it's
Add
impossible.
2 onto anything, and back in. We've got Tom, Biz, and Risk coming in hot with the next couple of maps after this. Me and Harry are making a cheeky little departure over to Russia. So this will be our last map casting for this week of Pro League. And then Tom and Risk will also be going for the long shift into the early hours of the next morning, probably about 8 in the morning, doing the NA stuff as well. Because Connor and Launders, they're also over in Russia. It's a Russian bonanza right now. But right now, Tom says he's not enjoying the cast, Harry. That's what he's just told me. And I'm not too happy with that.
Well, it's little words of encouragement like that from our peers that drive us to do our job so well. So thank you. Big shout out to him. Just waiting to get this one back underway. As we say, Nico, he's very prepared. Hugo, this gives us a nice bit of time maybe to rail off some of these facts that you've been rehearsing. Do you want to go ahead and... I've really, I've really tested your ability to pull this one through, to get the information out there. Here's a thought, not so much a fact. Isn't it weird that we value Michelin stars? Because it's just the tire company. Why is the Michelin man telling me where's good to eat?
Is that actually it though?
Yeah,
is that what Michelin star is? It's the tire company.
Yeah, it's from the Michelin
Who the hell
tires.
trusts their authority?
Exactly, that's what I don't get.
I didn't know that was a thing.
If I mean, like, it just seems wild to me, you know, like if Hugo, man, it's almost like if Mountain Dew started giving me advice on, I don't know, just something that they're not qualified to do.
No, Harry, Mountain Dew is the perfect drink for any moment or
That is very true, and also it's the perfect league to make your way up into the Pro League. That's what we can see teams trying to do now. Maybe one of them could be slipping up and taking this FaZe clan spot. ESCA.net/MDL to check out all that good stuff. Also, let's not forget, shout out to ESCA. They're the ones providing these 128 tick servers that Nico is kind of, struggling to get his internet up to speed on to play right now. Play.esca.net. Maybe you guys can be the next up and coming professional. Who knows? 128 tick is the best. Get frags all the time. Nice.
Harry, I think because we've got Nico not only top fragging for FaZe, but also having these internet problems, we're going to rail off some Bosnian facts. He's from a country that's not really known for its Counter-Strike. He is the best player from his country, without a doubt. So I feel like we all need to become a little bit more educated today. Learn something about Bosnia.
Educate me on the ways of...
I'm going to hit you with some Bosnian facts right now. The country is nicknamed the heart-shaped land due to the country's slight heart shape. I'm looking at the country now. I don't think that looks like a heart, but more power to them. Great to hear.
Maybe like a real heart. I see that looking like a real heart, not like a love heart.
Yeah, right? Not the stereotypical.
No, it definitely looks like a heart. Mate, that's a heart. That's
Harry,
the land of the heart.
Do you know what the currency of Bosnia, and I'm going to butcher this name, so I'd like to apologize in advance. The currency of Bosnia and Herzegovina, I think not the accent, but the word, the letters.
Oh, hang on a minute. We'll quickly just take a look. Look, Na'Vi continuing their fantastic streak. Ooh. I mean, it's wins versus Wendigo and Heroic, so ones that we'd expect them to get.
Na'Vi been so
that's
good.
It. They have been so good. And those are pretty dominant wins. We're not used to really seeing them from Na'Vi. So that's interesting. That's interesting across the board. Over here on the mainstream, we saw Fnatic take a map, split the series versus North earlier on. That was on Dusty with Trade. And Inferno went the way of FaZe. Mirage now all kind of called into question.
Harry, Na'Vi right now, in wins to losses, forgetting overtime, they are 16-4. Astralis right now, 16-4. Both these teams neck and neck. The only difference is Astralis have 2 more points because they only have 1 overtime win and 2 overtime losses, whereas Na'Vi have 2 overtime wins and 1 overtime loss. For reference, you win a game in Pro League, you get 3 points. You lose a game, you get 0 points. You win a game in overtime, you get 2 points, and the loser gets 1 point if you lose in overtime.
There you go, that's quick maths right there.
Right there. So Astralis still top of the league, with Na'Vi approaching their heels. And let's not go skins right now. Let's go Bosnia facts. The currency is the marker, Harry.
Didn't know that. Interesting. We're learning about Nico's home country.
Yeah. I'm scrolling through the things that aren't interesting. Bosnia has the 10th highest coffee consumption per capita in the world.
Here's another fun one then. Denmark currently sits at number 3 behind Sweden and Finland. That's off the top of my head, mate. Not even doing the research of that.
We were talking about this earlier. The average Dane drinks 4 cups of coffee a day, if that's true.
That is mental.
That's insane.
4 cups of coffee. I couldn't even imagine drinking 3.
Yeah, that's not enough. You need
day
at least
as well. Like, even on a hard day, I'll have 3 cups of coffee and I'm like, geez, I've overdone it with the coffee today. No wonder Danes are so damn good at Counter-Strike. These guys are just mainlining energy into their bloodstream from now on. They're like, nah, mate, I'll just take lithium straight into my, just hook me up to a car battery. Why not? That's actually what I hear happens to the Astralis guys if they lose games. That's why they're all so driven.
Well, none of them... That's horrible. Well, none of them lose games. That's a problem. Here's a cool fact. Trams were first regularly used in Europe in Sarajevo, which I assume it's a city in Bosnia. I assume it's the capital, starting in 1885. That's quite a while away. Bosnia capital. I'm just double checking. I want to get all my knowledge right. We've learned a lot this week.
We have learned a lot.
It is Sarajevo.
Oh. Listening to you try and pronounce things, I mean, like, not that I could do better.
I know
Is that
Sarah
right?
Jemmy.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's good. That's fine. Oh,
I can't pronounce the second word.
Yeah, that's fine. I think it's like Herzegovina or Herzegovina,
something like that. But it's all that. I don't know the.
Oh, I've just received word that Nico, you won't believe what he's only gone and done. He's fixed his internet. So not only is he top fragging, not only is he in-game leading, not only is he the defining factor for FaZe Clan in this matchup, but now he's also an internet technician. He's fixed this. He's got this back underway.
He's got Yanko on the server sorting stuff out.
Yeah.
Actually, that might actually be the case, to be honest, because Yanko's good friends with Nico. Probably in America right now, though.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, America. Unless... I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to dox him. 12-7, Harry. Population of 3.5 million people as of 2017 in Bosnia, but we've only got one of them here on the server ready to kick things back into this one as we jump into the game. LMBT not going to stay for much longer. He's left the mousesports team, or the FaZe team actually, that he was on for a second, and we are getting back into the swing of things, Harry. We've been waiting a while for this, but here we go.
Yes, indeed. Nico God, LMBT, we get it. He's trying to get a little bit of insight into the FaZe clan. He drops in quickly like a spy. Overhears one word, knows what's going on. But we're back in, Hugo. FaZe on 7 rounds, mousesports up on to 12. And well, for those of you who are just tuning in, it was an 11-4 half in favor of mousesports here. We've seen FaZe try and claw their way back into it. Currently, Olof and Nico have been the only 2 people stepping up on this team. Up until round 12, Guardian didn't even have a kill to his name. And there were 4 kills between the bottom 3 players in the form of Carrigan, Rain, and Guardian in round number 12. They're starting to get back into this game a bit more now. And here we go. Early on, mousesports setting up these nades. He smokes these flashbangs in towards this A bomb site, but it looks like a fake because that bomb currently sits up in the apartments.
I'd see a FaZe fall for this one. The problem is there's one man committed to the bomb site, so if mousesports don't get rid of him, Rain knows that this is not an A play. He's not calling for rotates, but he does get that first kill. No one else shifting from FaZe, and there we go. That's a commitment to the site being enough. Carrigan's the only man on B, and he's been having a bit of a rough game. Luckily, Olof's here to bail him out. Dropping Chris J. Potential double fake even here for mousesports as FaZe are unaware of where this bomb still sits. It's on the hands of Oscar. He does back off. mousesports now in a 3-on-5 with no utility left but that dreaded decoy. This is getting very out of control here. And again, Harry, mousesports bordering reset. If we think back to that last round so long ago, Rain got all the kills, every single one of them, to force mousesports to go down with the bomb as well. And that's why we have a fairly weak buy here, despite mousesports actually winning that previous round. This would be the hardest of resets. mousesports are about to work that out the hard way, up through short, 25 seconds left to do this, and Carrigan close on the other side. Oh, that missed jump is awkward.
Yeah, Carrigan heard that, and that's an easy pickup. That's the AWP of Oscar dropped out of the arms of Stiko as well. He can't retrieve that. They try and back away, they try and save, but ultimately only Rops survives. It's going to be 5 players still up for FaZe, and an 8th round on the board for them now over on this CT side.
Counter-terrorists win.
Nice shot from Olof Meister looking down that B bomb site. And yeah, this is really awkward now for mousesports. What are they going to do in this round? They've got no money. You could just force and try and level out the economy. That wouldn't even be a bad decision. So yeah, just put all your cash into it. Save maybe some for the AWP on Oscar. But ooh, this is going to be FaZe's chance to get back into this game, Harry. As we said, they needed that reset. It'd be nice to see Guardian able to find his form once again on this CT side with the AWP. He had a very slow start to the matchup as well. Rob's close on ramp. This bomb is still here as well, but it's not been picked up. mousesports. Ooh, Rob's going ahead of the Molotov into the hands of Guardian. The 2 things that we need to happen are starting. Carrigan's even chiming in with another kill. Locking down that connector split from Oscar. He only had a pistol in this round, and so did the rest of these mousesports players. They've retrieved a gun from the body of Rops, but that's all they've got to work with in this sea of FaZe Clan players on the A bomb site.
Nade going to find even more damage down. And on to both Steeko and Chris J. Rain able to go ahead and drop Chris J. Tried to lead the charge. Sunny left in a 1v5 once again. It's another flawless round here from FaZe, and that means money's building up. Now 9 to 12, Hugo. As they start to get back in to this one. Now just 3 rounds between them and mousesports. This was an 11-4 half in favor of Mouse. So FaZe doing an absolutely stand-up job of getting back into this one. Olaf and Guardian going to be dotting those AWPs. So the double AWP moved into, and no money for mousesports means that a 10th round is very much on the horizon here for FaZe Clan. Guardian tested down here in middle, is going to spot out Oscar. They're trying to boost up to deal with him, and he's just got to try and land this initial shot. Tags down the first man, has support from Nico, and it's an easy mop up down here in mid. As everybody dies, FaZe 5 alive once again. That's 3 rounds in a row going flawless on this CT side.
Nico again, right, the player that we've just been seeing step up round after round here for FaZe Clan. Pulling out another clean wipe of mousesports. All too reoccurring factor here. It's now round number 23. mousesports back with guns. AWP for Oscar. No armor behind it. And mousesports have gone from riches to rags, Harry. Flash to middle from Rain. That will set Nico up with a peek here in the window. He spots nothing because Oscar's only just strafing out in middle. Sunny's close on the ramp as well, so aggressive positioning here from the CT side. They get caught, and Sunny does exactly that, taking the kill, opening things up now for mousesports with the man advantage. Nico's also tagged in middle as well. This makes things even more difficult for FaZe. Nico trying to hold on from the CT spawn as Guardian goes for that full wrap round to jungle. But the problem is, in this downtime while Guardian's rotating, mousesports are going to have an opportunity to push this A bomb site. They don't exploit that little bit of time because the smoke is down on ramp, but that could work to their advantage even because they've actually crossed a man all the way to Tetris, and Sunny's going to show his face, getting the kill onto Nico. 5-on-3 for mousesports.
Yeah, good chance that they are able to find a round here. We need to see a massive step up from someone over on the side of FaZe, and you've already lost Nico. He's been the man to do it. You lose the other point man in the form of Olaf, and Carrigan just going to get dispatched of Oscar chiming in with that final kill onto Guardian, and now mousesports reach the 13th round. It's back to the drawing board here for FaZe. They might have kept the last 3 rounds prior to that one flawless. But now, as a result of going back into this double AWP setup, this has been a very expensive buy. Over on this CT side, Guardian going to be looking towards mid early on. The other AWP on Olaf is at that B bomb site. An early attempt at the pick from Oscar, but he doesn't spot anyone crossing over here. Nico does now cross a little bit later than Oscar would have liked. They also managed to get out in mid, which now opens up the possibility that we get to see Guardian have a bit of an impact in this round.
That smoke didn't bounce off like planned. That's meant to bounce and go back into the connector. Instead, it's a bit of a gap in the A site now for FaZe. We've got a fallback passive. Connector is not smoked. Molotov does move in to try and keep mousesports out of getting this position, and Nico, he's holding onto the window alone, but that re-smoke's come through for mousesports. He's now not going to have any vision for the next 15 seconds. Sunny crawls up the connector. Carrigan not opting to peek just yet. He's going to go in for it. Sunny's waiting. Nice shot from Carrigan. Puts FaZe in the man advantage. Allows a bit of a space for FaZe as well to get aggressive, and Nico will do that in the window once a smoke FaZe, but Oscar does trade it right back with that AWP. 40 seconds left. mousesports need to go. Rain stuck on this A bomb site, just trying to stay alive. Does not need to peek here, does not need to commit to a fight because he's got his teammate holding the cross, and Guardian is going to find the shot. This is Mouse on the edge of reset. And with 30 seconds left, 2 players having to pull them out of the depths to keep their money in good standing. Thank God they have $2,000 saved because they're going to need every last penny as one by one they begin to fall, and Oscar needs to save this AWP. This round is done.
FaZe making this close, making it competitive here. Keeping us on the edge of our seats. 11 to 13 now. And once again, it's a monumental comeback from the FaZe Clan side. Similarly to Overpass, which was a 4-11 half once again in favor of mousesports. I think actually it was 5-10, but still close enough. FaZe doing a great job of digging deep and finding success on their CT side. mousesports going to be looking for control of mid in this round. They have that AWP on Oscar that was carried forward. Misses the shot through the smoke. Well, as much as you can miss through a smoke. Doesn't quite catch the timing, at least. 2 players left over here in mid to keep an eye on things. The bit of territory that mousesports have worked to gain control of early on. They don't want to have it immediately retaken by FaZe. In the meantime, over here on short, Carrigan. And it's going to be the attempt to fall in towards the team. Almost like Carrigan gets caught out, and now Olaf has to step up massively. So many players coming his way, and Olaf still alive, still fighting. He's going to get completely surrounded, but he's the gift that keeps on giving. 3 kills in this round now as Oscar left up. Gonna drop on down into the bomb site. Chris J now the last man as the bomb plant gets denied and finds himself locked in this 1v3. We've seen some fantastic things from this man. We've got to see it once again, but Guardian smites him down. 3rd time is a charm for Guardian as FaZe pick up a 12th round. And look at this from Olaf. He really does a fantastic job of overstaying his welcome here.
Oh, so good. So good. And that's what FaZe needed, right? Guardian even coming into his own in the second half as well, Harry. He started off 0-13, 0-12, I think it was, before he even got his first kill. So he's now 12-17. That is a damned improvement from Guardian. mousesports, on the other hand, they are, well, pretty empty when it comes to their hands. Only pistols. $2,000 a player, and the loss bonus kicking in the upcoming round is okay, but this is still far from a win for mousesports. They've got quite a few rounds to take over this game, and FaZe should be up to 13 after this one, although that's a bit of a problem. Guardian's just been dropped. That AWP has gone out of the window, and now these pistols are going to begin to group up and try and overwhelm Carrigan. That's Olafmeister rather going down on short. Rops and Stiko, all that remain, unequipped for the situation. 2 Glocks. Now Carrigan sweeping in to clean up these last players. Stiko probably not got long to live. As soon as Rain peeks out into that connector, and there it is. Nice one tap. FaZe take 13. 3 players alive. mousesports coming in with the buy, but Harry, this is the buy to end all buys. If mousesports win this round and we keep going, then FaZe still have money. We have more buy rounds. If FaZe win this round, mousesports get broken once again at 14 for FaZe, and then they have to make the horrible decision of do we eco or do we buy. That's going to depend on the bomb plant a lot of the time. mousesports know the importance as well, so they'll call a pause.
This is absolutely unreal from mousesports. They'd have let FaZe back into this game in any way, and an even bigger effort from the FaZe clan guys, right? Doesn't even feel like mousesports are so much as letting this slip through their fingers, rather just having it forcibly taken off of them. FaZe tying this up now, and as you mentioned, been a fantastic performance, and comeback from Guardian. The rest of the boys still really yet to do anything too crazy, it feels like, alongside Nico and Olaf, but he's certainly started to get back into this game at the very least, and now we're all tied up, and yeah, you're bang on, Hugo. The reset looming over mousesports. You can see they have $50 between the whole team. So their bank account looking a bit like mine. They're relying on their dad too, Chris J. Even then, he's got no money. This really does hit a little too close to home. Rops, up here in the palace. Gonna be facing off against Olafmeister. Olaf wins that fight easily. So Rops fallen early on, and he's been key for mousesports in a lot of these rounds. Already conceding a man. Now they're left with 3 smokes. That's the perfect amount for this A-side play. Sunny's over in mid. He's utility-less, so I love his position there, as he can't contribute over here on the ramp. He's gonna come in late on this lurk. The rest of the guys now pushing on in. Molotov gonna go down, or Sindri rather. That delays this push, delays the effectiveness of these smokes. They managed to throw in their own molly down towards Sound, which they've cleared out that position. At the very least, Rain spotted, but Olaf continuing to put up these numbers, manages himself a second and keeps the advantage in favor of FaZe, but it's instantly taken away from them. Sunny emerging from the connector, Guardian watching the cross, and Oscar chiming in with that frag onto Olaf. The bombers to try and get by. Guardian It's been a slow start from him. Has found the first. Still 2 players homing in on his position. Carragher going to give up where he is as well over here towards short. Bit of a team flash. Guardian does fall, and now that leaves Carragher in the hot seat here. A 1v2 needed to break the economy of mousesports and potentially get FaZe into this game.
But this wrap is going to be so good, they won't expect this. They just saw him in middle. Carragher gets the element of surprise, but he doesn't get the timing to the player on the stairwell. Walking down is Sunny. Chris J deep in the spawn with an incendiary for the bomb as well. Oh, brother, that's a smoke. Carragher creeping on through. He knows Sunny's on the stairwell. He should see that gun. There it is. He's going to get the kill. Now he knows that Chris J's in the spawn as well, or at least he has an idea. Can't find any other positions to see Chris J, and Chris J's going to peek the second Carragher taps that bomb. 14 rounds to mousesports. They'll do it after all, Harry, with their backs up against the wall. Finding the most crucial of them all. It's 14-13. mousesports calling out another tactical timeout. Their third of 4 available this game. But FaZe, they're far from broken, Harry. They have money for days.
Yeah, and quite crucially, that comes down to the 1v1. Only one man surviving for mousesports means their economy is not going to be great either. So neither team looking too peachy in the closing few rounds of this match. And that means that these rounds become that much more important now. Tactical pause going to come to a close. We can see the buy for FaZe. They've invested everything into this round, as have mousesports. Neither team able to sustain this loss. mousesports going to be grouping all 5 players up here towards the A-bomb site. Looking like we might see a change of pace as they try and speed things up. And with 3 players bursting out from Palace, they're already in the bomb site. Rain's up close to the ramp, but he's going to get detected and finished off by Steeko. So now Guardian desperately trying to abuse the ever so tiny gap in this smoke. Isn't able to find anything. Steeko, while he is tagged a little bit, not going to get found. And now for FaZe, you could even make the case for a save to come in here. They're going to stick around at least initially. Nico now starting it to back away. The rest of the guys might follow suit.
Oh no. The more players they lose, the worse that affects their next round buy as well. So they can not afford to lose more players. Sunny finding 2 in the connector. Incredible spray down. Nico grabs the AWP and tucks his tail between his legs because mousesports are on the hunt. Oh no, this is such a mistake, and Nico's even going to go down. Oh, that's so unfortunate for FaZe Clan. They at least made the call to try and save, but Harry, not only do they not give the retake a go, but they don't save a single gun as mousesports hit match point. And FaZe have $2,000 a player. This could not have gone worse for them. They had the opportunity to find the reset, and if not, they had the opportunity to bounce back with a buy round here to pull us to overtime potentially. But that is a long way away. Look at this spray from Sunny. Impressive stuff. This is FaZe's last possible chance, Harry, and there's a very good opportunity for mousesports to finish this game before it even starts.
Last tactical timeout used for Mouse here. And yes, they stand just one away from splitting the series here with FaZe, which, you know, when it was an 11-4 half, almost looked certain. FaZe have made this very, very competitive, but competitive isn't enough. We've been highlighting how much FaZe need as many wins as they can get. Splitting the series certainly isn't the end of the world, but FaZe would head over heels prefer that 2-0 as they're fast running out of chances to maintain their spot on this leaderboard and be in that top 7 slot qualifying for the finals. Sunny already down through short, and he's already plucked the Volofmeister. Carragher going to get burnt out and brought down to his knees. 45 HP left on the man. These rotations coming in from FaZe, and they're just going to all in this. All 4 players looking to try and get here. Carragher has to buy time, has to try and keep mousesports at bay. Instead, he's going to get spotted. The rest of the boys barreling on in from FaZe. The flashes are there, and Sunny doing a boatload of damage, gonna get helped out by Oscar. It's all onto Nico, and as good as he's been, a 1v5 with just a Deeg is asking far too much of the man. That is gonna be mousesports closing out this map as they split the series with FaZe.
That's so back and forth as well. An incredible effort from FaZe to actually pull that game back to a really reasonable scoreline considering mousesports' first half, but alas, it will not be enough. A couple of awkward resets, and again, mousesports are gonna take that victory going forward.
Yeah, we're going to go and throw this one over to Trace and Chad at the desk. That's all from me and Hugo for tonight.
Yep. See you later, guys. Thank you, as always, the Goonies. You always deliver, kind of like some of those other companies that deliver.
Let's just touch on this for a second, because we have been giving them a bit of hazing throughout their days here with us at the Pro League, 10 days to be exact. And the Goonies, Harry and Hugo, collectively as a casting duo, we just want to thank you guys for your fantastic effort, and we're glad that you survived our lovely banter, I suppose.
Yeah, and, you know, supposedly if you were to come back and say something negative to that, well, you might get leveled, my friends. You might get leveled. And with that, of course, the leveling continues, because apparently FaZe weren't out of the fight just yet, but they didn't have enough fight in them to get it done here on Mirage.
Imagine if we called it levels and not maps.
I mean, kind of do. Depends, like, you got levels to surfing, right? And levels to KZ maps.
Are you meaning like physical... Oh, I know what you mean. Anyway,
Unreal,
it
Chad.
doesn't really have a lot to do with this game that we just saw go down. And I thought, you know, finally, well, not finally, but it was fantastic to see Sunny rock up. This is definitely his best map on that CT side, especially. So much impact from around that connector position. He was getting kills in transition through smokes, making FaZe's life very difficult, even when they were getting favorable trades. There was a couple of rounds as well where I think they tried to bully Stiko over towards that B bomb site, but he stood up and he delivered. And that was a very good 11-4 first half from mousesports. So they, you know, I think a couple of things to point out. I think this team is at its best when Oscar, Sunny, and Rops are the star trio. We did have Oscar dip off for a little while, especially during the time that Snacks came into the roster, but those three need to be firing on all cylinders. Chris J can have his sporadic moments here, there, and everywhere, and then Stiko just needs to be an anchor. So these guys are going to be pretty happy that they've split the series here, 50-50, but this is going to be more worrisome for FaZe, I think, as they did have a couple of internet issues there. You could see Nico's ping was hovering about that 80 mark. That's never fun for anybody.
Not fun for anyone, but what is fun is watching the Sunny character coming online, because this guy is the Sunny D and he keeps on delivering.
Yeah, so we just did touch on how good he can be on that CT side, but he was needed on the T side as well, with some impact rounds towards the tail end of that piece to close this one out. He had 31 kills, he had the most damage in the server. That was 105.6 average damage a round. Obviously from there was able to grab the highest rating, but if we want to just cover off the last few of those stat lines, Carrigan had the most assists. He wasn't having a great game at all. Sometimes assists can translate in multiple ways, right? You're setting up frags and you're actually helping your team there, but if you're not closing the kills, let's say you're getting the dink with the M4 and you're going down, that can be a little bit more detrimental, right? You need to be at least grabbing one of those. Oscar with the most AWP kills, good to see him back on form. And Chris J doing what Chris J does best, leading from the front with the most opening kills.
And Chad, looking at the numbers here, 105 ADR for Sunny, but I think the real importance here to stress is the T side of this FaZe clan over on Mirage. They did only net those 4 rounds, like you were saying.
Yeah.
But I guess it's on the heels of what exactly? We're looking at like bad team play. We did see some instances of teams flashing each other, or I guess players flashing each other here.
Yeah, we did see that on that CT side, right? That 2v2 situation where Guardian was jumping out a window and Carrigan tried to flash into connector, actually bounced the flash the wrong way, and Guardian jumps out completely blind by his teammate and goes to his death. It's a little bit unfortunate, but if we reflect on that T side a little bit more, one of the only rounds that they were able to win early was when they had the force buy. So Nico had those Deagles, Olaf had the Tech 9. It's great to see this. You know, you've got Olaf on the Tech 9, you've got Nico on the Deagle. You know, name a more powerful foursome, Trace.
Let's see. Rachel Starr, Jenna Hayes. No, I'm kidding.
I don't know
let's
who
talk
those
a little
people
bit
are at all.
about perhaps the next matchup that we're going into, because, you know, I don't necessarily see that FaZe Clan has stagnated.
Yeah.
But this isn't a FaZe Clan with that boisterous appeal that we know them as. This is a lineup where they should have all the characters and pieces and puzzle parts and all that good stuff. But this should be a heavy-hitting lineup, and I think they still are in that limbo phase on the heels of Nico leading.
It's fine. I think they're going to come out of this okay, but right now we are looking forward to see if Mouse can continue to replicate that form against Heroic after the break, I suppose.
Yeah, you want to go to a break? That's what we're going to do. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, it will be the end of all matches for the week here. It's going to be a little bit of Heroic versus the mousesports, and Sunny is looking hot. So be with us when we come back.